Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's not ready yet. There we go. Hello, welcome back. So I was setting up and configuring some of the technologies that we're using, such as OBS, and also I was going through some of the prompts, and the last prompt that we gave Gemini, it wasn't working at all. We have encoding lag. Wow, how's that even possible? Hmm. No, that's fine. Let me reset it. All right, so as I was saying, right? So when we look at Gemini, our user agent Gemini over here, the last prompt was this one over here. Omit this part. Design and build assistant layer in the background without slowing you down. I am part of the yeah. So then I was like, I'm part of the building process. So don't just do not add that part. Delete it. Delete that part because I'm building. We're you're giving me. Okay, so then it starts here in my head, right? And then I go ahead and prompt the user agent. The user agent then gives me a response. My job is to vet that response. Since I'm the one building it up here, obviously it has to be exactly how I built it up here first. You can't be the captain of the ship if you're following somebody else's orders. I order the user agent, and he does what I say. And then I vetted that information based on what my imagination wants to put out into, fruition, into reality, right? So once that's done, then I pass it to, it goes from, um, it goes from Git Copilot, which is my user agent, to oh no, from ChatGPT to get Copilot after I get it to get Copilot, and get Copilot and takes that prompt, and then he puts it into code and builds the app. All right, so I explained that before. I just wanted to, throw that out there. All right, so it looks like everything's good. So I was like, listen, omit this part. Design and build the assistant layer in the background without slowing you down. Basically saying, hey, build this while Kenneth, is working on some other things. No. I want to see what it is you're doing. Just don't do it for me. This is why I was never a friend of a certain other operating system that you give them something to do and you have absolutely nothing to do with it, and that other operating system does everything for you. No, I stick to Windows because when Windows does something, they give you a step-by-step explanation as what they're doing. They don't do it in the background. Though the other operating system is a lot more secure. I have a lot of respect for you guys. Um, don't take it personal. Okay. So here we go. So as of right now, I believe that the next step is for me to give the prompt to the user agent. Why is it moving like that? My my mouse pad is pretty big, so when I move things around, this part is still touching the mouse pad instead of only one, finger. Yeah, so TMI. So let's go ahead and give them this prompt because first of all, like I was speaking about, this is a prompt. It was giving me a problem. It wasn't doing its job. Prompt never occurred, never, it was never processed. And then when I restarted my PC, my laptop, now it's working again. All right. So I prompted him, I don't have the update. When I turned on the laptop, it only showed this response. I need this part. Okay, so then he was like, my apologies. It looks like the system cut off before I could display the actual update block. Here is the final correct system prompt for your AI senior developer, fully acknowledging that you are actively co-building this project together with him. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, and I was thinking about giving him. I'll make this here. I was thinking about giving him my personal prompt before I give him that prompt, such as you know, be cautious with this prompt that I'm gonna give you type stuff. But at the same time, I'm thinking it's not necessary. So let me read a little bit of the prompt so I can make a final decision. Again, people, this is called vetting. You know, you just don't let it let everything fly through your hands, or one ear out the other type stuff. You want to vet it, the situation. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna read a little bit, not that much. All right, let me maximize this. So here we go. So system role, who you are, yeah, that's fine. Your style, collaborating, co-building, recognize that the user is the one actively code. I am not coding, assembling, testing, and building this app alongside you. Treat this as a collaboration. I did tell him that I'm not the one coding. I'm the one vetting everything. Where's the part where I told him to keep working the way, keep doing what he was doing? Don't change that part. I just want you to add these new features, and that's it. Let me make sure I put this on my second screen. So, uh, Windows key K. All right. It should be. Wait, let me open it on my second screen laptop. All right, we should be good now. Here we go. Yep, there it is. I want to be able to put my OBS on that side. Okay, it's connected. How does it do that? All right. Hmm. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're doing pretty good right now. All right, so basically, I think that that's the incorrect prompt that I'm looking for, because he's saying that I'm the one coding. I might do a little coding here and there, but I'm vetting the whole process. So I am I am going to give you a new prompt. Make sure that you keep doing your job as before, and I am here. I am just a team member. Mm, I am just part of the team, part of a team of the team. I don't know what to do here because that really threw me off. So let me see. Preservation and quality, the cost aware stack free implementation pay optionality, co-building assistant layer. As you both work on the core features, integrate the assistant layer collaborating step by step. When you provide code for any bit, ensure your code base structure. Always cleanly separate your high quality. Example format. Okay, well, it doesn't look like he. Let me see something. Lead senior system role and instruction. Lead senior developer and video architect. Who you are the lead senior full stack developer system. You are the absolute authority on this project. Keep instructing the user exactly the way you always have. Do not change your Yeah, that's the part I was worrying about right now. Keep instructing, this is very important. He has to keep instructing the user exactly the way you always have. Okay, do not change your personality, your high quality standards. Okay, good. Now again, now the only part that's worrying me right now is recognize that the user is the one actively coding. That's fine. I'm giving him this right now. Okay. I'm gonna delete this. I thought I was in the chat GPT one though. Had me worried there, so I'm just gonna paste it and then give him this. Yep, we're in the right chat window. Where's the part where we speak about the assistant part? Right. Okay, assistant layer. Here it is. All right, let's see what he's saying now. Looks like he's doing a lot right now. That's good. So I don't think that's a bad thing. How do I maximize this window? Okay, great. So understood. I'll treat these as standing project requirements going forward. The key decision, the runnable implementation remains free local by default. Gemini free tier or Olama will power the future system layer. Paid providers may be present only as optional quality upgrades. We will preserve the existing Node.js TypeScript orchestration, secure, fast forward, MPEG runner, Python Whisper worker, planner, and cutter. We will not replace the working fast forward MPEG execution with movie Pi or FMPEG Python. Our existing direct argument array execution is secure, efficient, and avoids unnecessary encoding abstraction. I thought we were using both FM Peg Python. Why we will not? I guess this is I guess that this is him making the final decision, right? Media pipe and OpenCV will be introduced later for face tracking. Okay. New video execution feature will include a separate JSON tool schema, so Gemini or another system can invoke them. Tool scheming will remain separate from execution logic. The AI proposed validated arguments will, while deterministic applications code perform the operation. So every milestone will continue to include in a short plain English recap. I recommend read run only if current implementation creates a serious quality, performance, security, or architectural limitation, and I'll explain why. We do not need to redo Model 1 to 5. Their modular interface are already compatible with an assistant layer at an appropriate checkpoint. We can add schemas for existing probe, plan, transcribe, and cut capabilities without rewriting the implementation. Milestone 6 remains the correct next step, deterministic local transcript analysis, because it analyzes data rather than direct, okay, rather than direct executing a video operation. Does not require a video execution schema yet. It output its output will later feed a schema backed operation such as process video into clips. The final system will translate natural language requests into validated tool arguments while our existing deterministic module retains control over this transcription, planning, cutting, and rendering. Is there anything I would like to add? That's my next question to, you know. The only one that took me took me by surprise was this one. We will not replace the work in fast forward MPEG execution. I thought we were using both. And also, the other one that worried me a little bit is this one. Every milestone will continue to include short plain English recap. Actually, that's perfect. Actually, I thought I read one where he was gonna do, besides giving this short plain English recap, I thought I read something about him giving out another conclusion or another recap or another, final conclusion. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 6. We'll go ahead and copy this. This is the prompt that I'm going to give to Git Copilot. Let's go. It's been a long time coming. Where are we? Right here. Let's go. Now I need to minimize this. Okay, let's see what he's doing. I'll inspect the current transcript type test surface first, then run the existing checks to establish a clean baseline before making milestone 6 change. I'm gathering the key existing contracts and pipeline flow now. So the new analyzer matches current architecture and avoids breaking planner ownership. I've confirmed current contracts still return a transcript clip plan from the transcript pipeline. Next, I'll inspect the remainder of the Okay, what's going on here? Virtual environment provides the benefits of the package. Let me allow the session. Verify. Okay, so I've finished the pre-edit inspection pass. Next, I am running the required baseline check to confirm current behaviors before introducing and analyzing installing package. Huh, I didn't know that. Creating virtual environment. Okay, so he ran some commands here. Let me see. Commands for type checking, testing, and building. Okay. Baseline node checks are green. I'll now configure the Python. Okay, and run the whisper unit test exactly as requested to verify transcription behaviors remain. Okay, so he's double checking and making sure that everything's working as we left off since yesterday. So basically, I believe that he's running these commands again over here. We removed it and then we added obviously to run the test video path, right? Yeah, that's what it sounds like, right? So baseline, I'm now configuring path and run the whisper unit test, right? So uh, you see the whisper, you see unit test, right? Okay, so I'm gonna press allow. What is he gonna do here? Unit test, right? Okay, so he's we're gonna test it right now. Let's go. We shouldn't get an error because we went in depth. I mean, we were at it for like a good 10 minutes figuring that a bug we had, and we fixed it. So I'm moving into implementation design now. So basically, it passed. I'll add a deterministic analyzer module, then adjust transcript results contracts and perf processor flow, so transcript candidates feed the global planner without any transcript produced clip plans, right? He's reading the JSON file, the TypeScript file, generate a fallback, and the clip plan. I definitely need some water. I'll be back, guys. I'm thirsty. Got coffee, but no water. Coffee seems to be wearing off. All right, so let me see. So he says, I'm moving into implementation side. I'm starting code edits now by updating shared contracts first, and I'm implementing the analyzer and wiring it into the transcript pipeline and processor in one pass. Core wiring is in place. I am now updating tests to match the new contract and then adding the dedicated analyzer test suites with the milestone scenario. All right, well, I'm not seeing any outputs in my terminal. Maybe because I haven't ran any commands. You would think that the commands that he runs, he would run it in my terminal so I could see it, but he runs it in the chat, and I guess it's to keep this terminal from being corrupted. You know, it's a safe, it's a fallback safe mode of some sort. So core wiring is in place. I am now updating tests to match the new contract and then adding the dedicated analyzer test suites with the milestone scenarios. I already read that. And let's see. Again, this is transcript semantic boundary candidates. Okay. Okay, so he's moving on. Okay, so here we go. I fixed the strict typing issue and I am rerunning all required validations. So he's gonna rerun the test again. So validation is green with no problems entries. I am collecting final file. Okay, so now, oh great. So everything went through, no errors, no problems, as you can see. So reference and summarizing the implemented scoring and integration details for your milestone report. Implemented milestone 6 as requested, deterministic local transcript to boundary candidate analysis wired into the transcript pipeline with the global planner remaining the only owner of the final clip timing. All right. So, okay. So number two, candidate scoring formula. Scoring a deterministic and local with normalized component in 0, 1 stored and component score. So pause score, sentence completion score, topic shift score, transition language score, transcript confidence score, missentence penalty. Mm. Final score is computed as, so clamp. So clamp times x divided by y, right? That's a big calculation there. So WP WS. What's the W for? Um, okay, so we can ask question about this later, all right? But then he says M are the component value. Sentence T is most likely for transition. R, yeah, I might have this wrong. So let's move on. We'll question this as we move forward. W are configurable weights. Okay, so that's what it is. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, let's keep it. Okay, this is TypeScript. All right, guys. So I'm not gonna go into reading the TypeScript language right now. I'm not interested at the moment. So let's move along. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And then paragraph grouping behaviors, right? Candidates are the threshold near duplicate, suppress, and density capped for planner usability. Paragraph are grouping behaviors implemented in Keep original timestamp unchanged. Split paragraph like groups by silence, pause, gap, threshold, sentence ending, punctuation, punctuation plus minimum gap, max paragraph duration threshold. Use paragraph boundaries. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip all this, and I'm gonna copy this and give this to my chat GPT. All right, let's go ahead and paste this. Give this to me. So he says milestone 6 is approved. The implementation correctly preserves the global planner as the only component allowed to produce final click timing. What was just built? Whisper produced timestamp words and sentence. The new analyzer now examines that time script for natural stopping signals. A sentence as the speaker's pause, the subject appears to change, a transition occurs, the transcript confidence is reasonable. It combines the signals into score suggestions. The planner then decides which suggestions can form a valid 5 to 7 minute clip. The application now supports most of pipeline A, whisper transcript, natural stopping point suggestions, durations, safe global plan, real MP4 clips. So the lexical topic detector is intentionally a free local baseline. We can later add optional Olama or Gemini semantic analysis without replacing it. So here we go with number 7. I think I could pull off number 7. Oh, my eyes are forcing themselves shut right now. Maybe some juice will help. Already drank coffee. All right. So here's, let me see what this one does. No transcript audio visual fallback. I believe this is on plan B, pipeline B. Let's read. Oh, this is a long one. So system of analysis fallback boundary schema will eventually let Gemini or Llama request local audio visual analysis with the deterministic application code validated dates parameters and execute FM peg safely. You know, before he used to give like a more in-depth explanation, like this one here. Let me see the other one. See, like this one here. So if he keeps giving those short notes, I'm gonna tell him to go back to the old way. See, like when we finish a phase, what we just changed, he gives information, you see. All right, so let's run number 7 and see how we're gonna do this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and copy. Let's go ahead and put this one to work. This one is a long script, man. I'll do a fresh pre-edit inspections of fallback process, planner, process, runner, config test first, then run the full baseline checks before implementing milestone 7 module and integration. I am starting with a focus search suite to lock down the current fallback contracts and safe fast forward MPEG execution. So we're gonna run the test again, I believe. I found one key legacy mismatch. Fallback still returns clip plan and processor still consumes it, which conflicts with this milestone. Next, I'll inspect the test environment docs and then run baseline checks before editing. Mhm. Baseline checks are all green, including Python Whisper tests. I'll now implement milestone 7 in layers, detect the modules, Fusion Analyzer fallback, pipeline contract changes, processor wiring, assistant schema, then comprehensive tests on document environment updates. Uh-oh. I'm getting tired now. Hopefully this finishes quick because I'm getting shut eye. All right, so okay, let's moving forward. I'm now applying the contract changes. First, fallback returns candidates only, and then adding detectors, analyzers, modules on top of that contract to keep integration clean. Oh, it's taking its time. Oh boy. I'm super duper tired. Oh boy. Alright, so I added the core detection fusion module. Next, I'm wiring real F fast forward impact fallback pipeline with type error policies and processor integration so planner remains the only final timing owner. All right. So we have some errors here. Oh, that's it. Fix it. Great. I am adding the milestone 7 test suite now, silencing fusion fallback integration policy, and then I'll fix compile issues from contract updates and one cleanup pass. I figure Sweet time. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna stop recording. I'll let you know what happened yesterday. We'll uh, we'll we'll leave it at here, and then we'll pick up tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.